Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. We are talking with Tom Burnie, who's a nutrition and wellness specialist, and also the creator of the CavemansWay.com. Great to have you on the show.
Nice to have me.
So we talked about the caveman, and we're talking health, and I have to ask you, got to be a connection there. What was the idea behind the Caveman's Way?
So before, in the last 10,000 years, we've been through a bit of a change agriculturally. We've settled down agriculture in the last 10,000 years. Prior to that, it was a lot of hunting, a lot of scavenging with foods. So when man started to put into agriculture, grains came into play a lot more. Grains were easy to store, and it was an easy food to make. So prior to that, mainly man's food was basically meat, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and some seeds, so a lot of wild scavenged foods. So it was more of a higher fat, higher protein diet, and low sugar fruits. So in terms of the insulin effect, it was very, very low in the glycemic level. So within the last 10,000 years, we've seen an increase in processed foods.
You mean McDonald's wasn't back around those days?
Definitely not. They may have like a big steak burger, but they would have put it with a piece of lettuce as opposed to a bun. And the things, not to insult McDonald's or anything, the foods actually rotted back then, as opposed to McDonald's, which takes a long time to decompose.
This comes under something that's called the Paleo Diet. Is that right? And based on those premise, pretty much you're getting rid of, what are you concentrating mostly on? I'm
concentrating mostly on, you get rid of grains, you get rid of dairy, you get rid of anything which wasn't really seen in the diet during the prehistoric Paleolithic age.
So a lot of meats, vegetables, fruits.
Fruits, some nuts, and some seeds.
What are we looking at then as the benefits for this? Are we looking at weight loss? Are we just looking at healthy from the inside out? What are the main benefits?
The main benefits, you're going to look at weight loss. You're going to look at a lot of diseases to go away. This diet, it's kind of a storm going on right now. It's becoming a lot more popular, and a lot of people are seeing a lot of benefits with it. Just getting rid of anything from, again, obesity, like really large people getting rid of a lot of weight, and just overall energy and health as well.
Okay. Now you did bring a couple of things for us. So what do you have in front of us?
So today I'm going to be making paleo pumpkin almond butter brownies. So it's that type of the season. Pumpkins are in effect. So the nice thing about this, there's no flour. It's only really 5 ingredients, and it's really easy to make and quick to bake as well.
Okay, so let's do this.
So basically, you have one. I've kind of pre-mixed everything since we're kind of in a rush today. So this is 1 cup of almond butter and 1/3 of a cup of honey.
Okay.
In there.
That's it. That's all that's mixed in.
That's it. So that's probably your base right here, and then I'm going to add about 3/4 cup of pumpkin, which is coming up.
Now I take
shortly.
it you're looking at the pumpkin straight out of the pumpkin patch rather than
exactly
processed.
Right.
Out of a can.
If you're in a bit of a rush and you need to, the can is fine. You can find organic pumpkin in most stores. And it can be a lot quicker. But yeah, if you bake a pumpkin, usually that's the best way to do it.
Okay.
So this is, again, 3/4 cup of pumpkin, which you just mix in.
This smells amazing, by the way.
Yep.
The almond butter, the honey, and pumpkin. That's about it that's in there right now.
Honey is old as the hills. It's easy to digest, pretty low glycemic, and that's probably one of the main sweeteners that cavemen used back in the day. So I'm just going to pour that in there.
Yeah.
One thing, and these are the spices, of course. Anybody who has pumpkin pie or anything like that, include a bit of spices in it too. So you get about 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon in here, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, 1/8 teaspoon of cloves, and about 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg.
Goes in.
Just toss it in there. Good to go. And one thing I'm missing, which I didn't bring out, was 1 egg. Just gonna grab out of here.
And so mix it together.
Yep, mix it together, and then you end up with brownies. Now this is an 8-by-inch square pan. You grease it, and then you bake at 350 for about 25 minutes.
So I like the presentation. So the egg goes in, you just mix it up.
Egg goes in, mixed in quite well, and for all the ingredients to be mixed in. And then, as I said, 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. And then just take a knife, put it through, and just see if it's done or not. And you can put some applesauce, or you can put some, you know, chocolate sauce or something on it just to make it as a dessert. And it's really easy, and it's a high protein. I would almost say it's a high protein bar that you could bring with you after the gym or things like that.
Really well done. It's the Paleo Diet. There's some interesting books on it, but if you want to check out more information, your website has lots of information in terms of what's going on.
It's just under construction right now, but I've got some things up there right now.
Thecaveman'sway.com, thecaveman'sway.com, and it's Tom Burnie, who's a nutrition and wellness specialist. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Finish this one off.
Awesome.
Gentlemen, I'll save you guys some. I actually think you'll really like these.